There's something about the new legendary Pokemon for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, isn't there? Because we got some kind of crazy tech dragon with thrusters for legs. That's a neck. That's some neck stuff going on. And the reveal is Digimon and Monster Hunter Stories 2 designs. Okay, what do we have with these new Pokemon? Now, at first glance, you can kind of figure out some of the things going on. Yeah, lizard neck shenanigans make sense, but if you go deeper into the design or you just let it sit in, why does he have, like, tire treads? Let's look at the official art. Yeah, that looks like a tire that has some kind of grippiness on it, and that definitely looks like tire treads for the neck. And if we go back to the legs, that doesn't seem organic, found in nature. That seems like the exhaust of a bike. What are those things' names again? Koraidon and Miraidon. Well, we actually have Japanese influence for the name, which is cool. So, like, as people really get to understand the information of a new Pokemon reveal, it kind of sets in and we understand what's going on. There's probably going to be people saying, "You're late, Verlisify. Everyone already figured out that these things are going to turn into motorcycles." Well, the problem with that is you're only allowed to upload 3 videos every 24 hours or else you don't get any promotion or notifications. So I did my 3 videos already, which means I have to wait a day. But yeah, the Legendaries' names are also about the past and future concept. Mirai is future in Japanese, makes sense, and Korai is ancient in Japanese. So going off of this, going off of the professors, where you can see that there's some kind of influence going on. All right, so we got past and future. We can figure that one out. Not really too crazy. But how do these things, like, turn into motorcycles, or why do we have this? Well, if you pronounce it, ride on. We get to ride on the legendary Pokemon? Surely that's just crazy. Surely it doesn't have anything to do with the Pokemon centers that look like gas stations. Yeah. And they even have like a little pit area kind of feel to them. So one thing that's interesting is I pointed out how I really like the Pokemon centers from even the first trailer, because it has a Pokestop kind of feel. Especially if we're having open world exploration in our Pokemon games. Yeah, we just get to wander around, and if our Pokemon are injured or if we need to buy some resources, we can just kind of look for one of the symbols in the distance, head on over there, boom, Pokemon Center. That's actually going to be pretty cool. But now that we've actually seen it, yeah, I like the concept, but it suggests something else, potentially. And there's also rally flags for potentially the gems. So there's still like a lot of questions going on as to what this means, but this looks like some kind of gem setup. We've seen the star symbol in the first trailer as well. So this, and yeah, it seems like everything is racing themed, even outside of the legendary Pokemon. So I don't even know what the past and future stuff is to deal with if we're going to be playing Pokemon games on motorcycles. And then you go back to the designs, and there's a couple of ways that people are breaking this down. Like, I swear, if the legendary Pokemon fuse again, I'm going to lose my mind. But it also seems like they can just straight up transform, because we have the same tire-looking thing for the tail. There's no way this is happening like this, right? Now, like, the biggest hang-up for me is the neck. How does your neck spin like a wheel? And that just makes sense. Because it doesn't make sense initially, but I guess, like, they could find out some kind of way of making it work. But then, like, people, they were quick to jump on it. And, I mean, Transformers Pokemon in disguise, I guess. And now when you look at this part, it's like, oh yeah, that has, you know, the kind of Harley handlebars. Oh god, we're going to ride our Pokemon, aren't we? We really need to set this in. And it even gets crazy because, okay, we look at all the theming going on with how this seems like we're going for some kind of racing theme. And when you take that into an open world concept, you do need fast travel outside of like the standard kind of ideas where it's like, okay, we can just teleport around to Marks of Grace, we can teleport around to Pokemon Centers. There was also waypoints in the wild area. There was also waypoints for Pokemon Legends Arceus. That makes sense. But look at how vast the landscape is, and almost like there are trails that you could ride things on. And even if you want to get like really deep into the thought about it, when you look at the layout of the different regions and different areas for the games, it really seems less like there's going to be a Poke Ride feature. Now, I definitely still see that, like, the gyms probably having some kind of incentive for the open world, to where you unlock different ways of exploring, and then more areas and stuff like that. But overall, like, you can see in the comparison that, yeah, we could just still ride on Pokemon, that'd be pretty cool, and the legendaries are going to be a late game kind of thing. But I'm wondering, like, what's the point? Like, where does the story go? Is the whole story unlocking these things forms, and then the payoff is, like, yeah, you get to ride around on your legendary Pokemon, and then that's just, like, you really go zooming through the region outside of the regular Poke Ride that we've been used to for the last couple of generations in Pokemon. Like, is that it? Is that mystery solved? And let's see. So these Pokemon are said to have powers that far surpass those of other Pokemon. Details are still shrouded in mystery. And that's also like a weird thing that we're at with legendary Pokemon in general when it comes to Pokemon, because we made God, and also space and time control, as well as the creation of continents and the ocean, and then just overall powerful Pokemon. It's not like a legendary is just kind of chilling there. And the last ones, even though I love the Generation 8 legendaries, you got Shield Wolf and Sword Wolf, and they're pretty strong, and they can take out Eternatus, which has all kinds of crazy power of its own. But, like, what do these guys do? What do these guys do that rival gods and, like, ultimate power? They end up becoming bikes, I guess. And then having something to do with the story. So, it is a weird thing to where it's absurd that it's real. It's not even like an absurd theory when you go and break everything down. I'm wondering how much of this is supposed to be like teasy, because we've seen the Pokemon Company and Game Freak just kind of like seed in little bits of information that you can try to figure out, and it's kind of spoilery, but like, is this it? Did people crack the case way too early? So is there really nothing left for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet that hasn't been like directly stated, such as the gameplay features or the gyms and stuff like that? But we already know how it's going to be open exploration, and it seems like the legendary Pokemon tie in with that. I personally think it's stupid nonsense and has nothing, and not even nothing to do with Pokemon, has no right being consideration for Pokemon, and it seems just so plausible from everything we've looked at that it's like I'm not even getting angry at something that's not going to happen. I'm getting angry that this is going to be our future, and it's also going to take up like a trailer, it's going to take up a reveal, and it's going to guide a lot of the story. But the question then becomes, like, how much of the story is it going to be a part of? Because you're free to explore at your leisure and not in an order dictated by the story. You will journey to hone your skills as a Pokemon trainer, but many more discoveries and stories await you. So it's like a lot of side questy things, potentially, somehow culminating to the goal of figuring out that your legendary Pokemon is a bike. Generation 7 kind of already did the thing where you start with the legendary Pokemon through Nebby, and I've seen theories of people kind of saying, like, yeah, maybe we have like a pre-evolution to the legendaries that are like little lizards, and then they kind of grow up into that. I don't know, so there's still mysteries about it, but now I'm just like, it feels like it's too late for me to not want this to exist, because it seems like a very foregone conclusion at this point. Everything else looks cool. The rival looks really awesome, the characters are very expressive, the overall world seems to track with how the Galar region made everything about Pokemon and Pokemon battles. This is going to be about being a Pokemon trainer in an open world, so that's really cool. And then we all end up with bikes. Alright. Like, we just get to see, like, yeah, so we know the game, and now we just get to see what, like, quality of life and more just piled into the game to make it really cool and Elden Ring-like. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.